Yes, there's probably only going to be one or two people that are going to get that reference, mainly one. Anyway, I digress. This is PDK Jim 2386 and I am welcoming you to the part 2 of the Q&A and possibly episode 4 of my vlog/show. As this one is going to be entitled, it is part 2 of a Q&A of all of the questions that I couldn't fit in on the first Q&A, which was the last episode. Well, we could call it episode, but it's Q&A special-ish, if you could call the third, fourth episode special. Whatever. And it's also Valentine's Day, hence the name. It's just another day in the year. I really couldn't give a shit about it, but if you've all coupled up and all lovey-dovey, good for you, but I really don't care. You know, I've got no one to fucking hold in bed, I've got no one to have a kiss and a smooch with, no one to give presents to. The only person I've got is my son. That's all I've got, and, you know, he's all that matters to me. So, anyway, in this show, obviously, like I've just said about a minute or so ago, because that's how professional I am. Q&A. We've only got a couple of questions that I'm going to get through, luckily. I've got a shout-out to do as well, and it's competition time. Yes, 4 episodes in, and I'm already holding a competition. But this one's going to be a little bit different, and I'll explain why when we get to it. So, anyway, where should I start? I mean, got the questions, I got the shout-out. You know what, I think we'll just go ahead and get with the questions. It seems as I couldn't get them all in the first video, we may as well get them in now. Okay, Darren from Luton. Hello, Darren. Luton, you are not welcome. Darren, your question is, what is the best joke you've ever heard? Best joke I've ever heard? Well, usually I just laugh at anything because my sense of humour, as I've said before in the first episode, is eclectic. Anything can catch me off guard at any one given point in time. It could just be slapstick, dark, just really off the wall kind of things. But the things that probably get me laughing the most is, how could I put it, kind of situation based jokes that happen, you know, off the wall improv kind of things. I mean, it happens, yeah, I do it all the time, basically. That's where most of my humour comes from, is, you know, just being a jolly fat man that I am. Hey, hey, here comes Fatty. You know, first person to walk in the room, anyone's going to take the piss, it's going to be me. Fat bloke's going to take the piss out of himself first to get everybody else laughing, and takes the mind off bullying the shit out of me, even though I'm 26, 6 foot, and I could probably belt the fuck out of anyone that, you know, looks at me so much as the wrong way. Oh, this is kind of taking a dark turn all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah, so best joke I've probably ever heard, like I say, it's just improv situation kind of things that get me laughing the most. Yeah, like I was saying recently, the programme that's been going around the UK recently that everyone's been talking about is been like this year with the penguins thing. You know, they've got all these different penguin-shaped robots to, you know, follow penguins around for a year. And I was just finding myself being able to come up with lots of material just by watching it and putting a Brummie accent to every single scream that was coming up, and my parents were in fits of laughter just from listening to me doing penguins with a Brummie accent. But if I can actually get a video up of it, if I can get any footage of the programme that was on, I'll put it on here and I'll just like do 10 minutes, possibly 5-10 minutes of the kind of material that I was doing. Alright, anyway, next question is from Anonymous. Another wrestling related question, okay. Right, do you think Aces and Eights will keep getting away with the havoc they are causing in TNA? Right, Anonymous, I would like to say this both, just as a quick back here. Those of my close friends who know me obviously know that I am in the wrestling business myself here in the UK. I'm not exactly a big name, but I've been in it for 13 years. You know, I've been kind of on the back burner, and I don't mind that, you know, as long as I'm still, you know, shoving my name around somehow, some way, you know, I'm happy with what I've got. Working as a wrestler and knowing what would kind of happen, and as a fan, I can answer the question both honestly and truthfully as a wrestler and as a fan and say no. The reason I say this is because up until recently, the past, we'll say 2-3 months possibly, Ace and Eights were a force to be reckoned with, and they all had the masks and they were all doing the dominant thing in TNA, the whole, you know, we can be anyone, we can be anywhere at any point in time. But until those masks started getting pulled off, like first revealing Luke Gallows, then revealing Mike Knox, and then even so recently revealing Wes Briscoe and what's his name? Jared Bischoff. It just goes to show how much of a superstar he is. No, nothing against them. But, oh no, sorry, first to be revealed was Devon. That's just cast my mind back because I just realised that it was actually somebody else. They're getting all of the masks removed, and yeah, they're slowly being revealed, and eventually it's going to die away, unfortunately. But if they keep them as a group, great. If they all get unmasked, you know, it's going to take away some of the enigma of who's who, but, you know, yeah, it's just, eventually, it's all going to die out, and then a new group will come in, and so on and so forth. Hopefully that answers your question. Dylan from, is that Hansworth? Yes, it is. He sent me in 2 questions. Number 1, are you gay?
It feels so good. You're lying here next to me.
No. And number 2, who's your favourite cousin? Obviously not the disrespectful little shit that sent me the first one. I'm just kidding. I love all of my family. I mean, I couldn't even count on how many digits I have on my body, how many cousins I actually have, because our family is just huge, and I'm myself is quarter Irish, and as you know, the Irish like to fuck. So, you know, family is everywhere, and cousin count is just through the roof. I couldn't really pick one because I haven't actually met them all, so, yeah. I couldn't pick one, but if I were to choose one, it would probably be, funnily enough, same name as you, Dylan. DJB Finisher on YouTube. You know, I've already said it before, if you take the piss, I will hunt you down and I will stab you. Mo! Before people get that reference. That DJB Finisher. Anyway, that is it for the Q&A. Finally, it is done. Yes! Now we're going to quickly have to move on to the shout out. Here we go. TCW, Tewkesbury Championship Wrestling. Thank you. I've got 2 announcements on this. The first one, Saturday the 6th of July, Tewkesbury Championship Wrestling have got a show on. I'm not sure of the venue as of yet, but they do have a special guest on the show, and it is the Alpha Female. The Alpha Female. I can't wait to see what Alpha Female's going to do in TCW, but TCW have also announced a lot of other stars coming to TCW, so I'm going to be looking forward to meeting all of them as well. And the other announcement TCW related is that I have been confirmed into TCW. When I'm actually going to show up and whatnot yet, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, now I'm going to have to do this real quick. Competition time. Your chance to win The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. The competition I will keep open until May. Unfortunately, because I'm running short on this video, I will go more into detail on the next video. But as of now, that is the competition announced, that is Q&A, and that is the shout out. And that's me out of time. I'm PDK Jim 2386 and I'm out.